Hi and welcome to Scott's Inverts. I'm Scott. In this video, you're definitely going to see some inverts because we are watering our slings. And I think I found a way that we can do it efficiently and a lot faster than what we're used to. Now, this video is aimed at the over 18s and you'll see why in just 1 second. So I've put a lot of thought and process behind this and I've been testing it now for around 3 months and I'm in a position where I want to show you guys, see what you think, and hopefully you can come back in the comments and let me know your experiences. Now, without further ado, let's crack on and water those slings just super duper fast. Up on screen is our sling pots, and just before we get into the process, if you're sensitive to medical equipment or syringes, please look away now and don't watch the rest of this video. But in the past, we've taken lids off our sling pots like so and then sprayed in water. And yeah, it's not always brilliant because sometimes you take the lid off and they can come flying out. Or when we spray in, maybe we put too much in. But this is my solution. So this is a 2.5 ml syringe with a needle on the end. We take that off, we top it up with water, and we simply just push that needle through the air holes. And what I do is put in 0.5 ml, which is dead easy controllable because we can see it on the side of the syringe there for every sling pot. Now, if it is a case of your species is more moisture dependent, now we can add an extra 1 ml, so we put 1.5 in, or we can do 1 ml. It's down to you to have a look at the actual sling pot, then you can kind of guess and see how much water each one needs, ready for the next time. But I think this is a really good method myself. It's so simple. The top there, always put that on when it's not in use. But the actual needle part here is so easy to attach. You literally, it just unscrews and screws on. I'll show you that in a second. But now, not only can we do sling pots, now these slightly larger pots with the grown on stuff, we can also water these really simple. And all I do here is just go there and you just put the whole 2.5 ml of water in, and we've got that humidity up in there. We've watered our tarantula and we can move on to the next one instead of taking the lid off. And with things like pokies, you don't really want to be taking the lid off every single time you do any maintenance. This is the black hole spider, commonly named by the spider shop. And again, with this type of setup, they've pre-drilled holes around the side, so we can just put the needle in through the side and squirt some water in. What is important is we make sure the spider is nowhere near where that needle is going to go in, so we don't do any damage to our spider or other invert. And you can see that one sprayed the water in and gone straight to have a drink, which is absolutely brilliant. But I want to put a little bit more water in there, and it's all controllable because instead of spraying and just squirting out and not knowing how much water is going in, we have it controllable because we know we've just put 2.5 ml of water in, and now we know there's 5 ml in total gone into that enclosure. And that's how we put the lid back onto the syringe. And all I do, just to make it a little bit quicker, is unscrew, suck the water up, and then screw that needle back on, ready for your next invert. It is so simple. It just pulls straight back like that. Just make sure that ends in the water and it will suck up into the syringe, and then just squirt it into any setup that requires the additional water. Absolutely awesome. If you're already doing this, let me know how you're getting on at home. I'll be really interested to hear from you. But we've done what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 2 grown on spiders as well in what, under a minute? Well, under a minute. But yeah, absolutely. So we have just watered stuff. Slings and some of the larger spiders, but that's not all we can do, because we can also do this. But there's something else we can do as well. If we get our sling pots, what we can also do is pierce the lid with these as well. So like I've done here, what you want to do is put it on something that's a little bit soft underneath so you can push straight through without fear of that needle bending. You have to be very, very careful when you're doing this, because if you've got a really hard surface and you push too hard, that needle can bend and it can snap, and it's just a possible area where you can hurt yourself. So again, be really, really careful. And once you've made the holes, you can push the needle through and just wing it around just so it makes those holes a little bit wider, just like I'm doing up on screen now. We're pushing those in, making tons of little holes to increase the humidity. And like I said, look, if it's a hard surface underneath, that needle isn't super strong. It will bend and it will break, so we have to be extremely careful. And if I flip this round, look at that, tons of holes, job done in a matter of seconds. And what we can do is literally push the needle there through one of the holes that we've made and just push it all the way through, wiggle it around to make it a bit more bigger. And again, if you're under the age of 18, get your parents to do this. Or if you're not comfortable in doing it, please don't. But this is just what I do. Boom! So that's how I now water the slings really quickly, as well as make the holes in the sling pot lids. Quick disclaimer, do not try anything that you've seen in this video at home. But I personally get those needles and things online. You do have to buy I think I bought 20 all at one go, so I've probably got enough to last me a lifetime. That one needle I've been using for about 2 months seems completely fine, doesn't seem to cause any issues yet, but I'm pretty sure at some point it's going to get blunt and I'm going to have to change it. But that's what I'm doing. But again, another disclaimer, again, please don't try this at home. Anyway, guys, if you're new here, hit that subscription button for me. And as always, we shall see you again on the next one.